Hey, where are we going?
Baltimore. APS Summit.
Where are we at?
The summit.
To get them to respond to the message.
Large scale for us, I suppose.
What's a science advocate? Yo, hit me.
Day one, two, day two.
Where did we just go?
We just went to Baltimore, and we just went to APS Part 2, American Physiology Summit.
You know, not 01447, but this is pretty good.
What were our thoughts? Round 2 for you and first time for you.
I thought it was great. Physiology is such a big topic. There's like a lot of different talks. Like there's like physiology of sharks. There's like cellular physiology. There's human physiology, exercise physiology. So like our realm is obviously exercise and heat. But it's really cool to like learn all these different areas. Very tiring, very long. A lot of walking as well. We have a couple blisters, definitely. But overall, it was a great experience. We got to present posters. I had a poster. Suyan had 2 posters. Alan had a poster. We got to share our research with the world. We were true researchers. Got to read to other people, learn what they're doing. So it's a very wholesome research experience.
Now, what was your experience like, Mr. Handsome?
Still in awe of all the physiology.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like this conference had a lot of focus on female physiology and public health, more than I thought it would be a focus of, which was pretty cool. I liked all the public health stuff, all the disease stuff. Of course, one of my poster is on sleep, so the sleep talk we went to, the circadian rhythm talk we went to was so good. Lectures were so good. Meeting all these new people were great. It's a jolly time.
My thoughts on this thing, second time around, great speakers at the event, very interesting topics. It wasn't as dense as it was last year. Brief overview, we kind of went in the weeds a little bit talking about certain proteins, like the BOM one, but then we came right back up to like practical applications. Overall, I rate the talks that we went to this year better than last year, even though I was a fan of some of the people last year. And the friends we made along the way, you know, there's a lot more people that came here this time around from our lab. It was overall really fun. Turning the baton back at you, A. Snell. What are your highlights?
Okay, well, I first want to introduce you guys to an amazing game called the Alphabet Song Game. And this is when you have a long car ride with maybe people that like your coworkers with, you know, you don't want it to be awkward. So we created a game. Well, we didn't. Dr. Key over here created this game where everyone, first you have to make a Spotify jam where like
Shout out to
everyone,
Spotify sponsors.
yeah, amazing. Everyone can cue songs. And then you go around in an order and you have to cue songs that are in the letters of the alphabet. Like the first person cues an A song and then B and then C. So 1, you just have this continuous playlist, like the whole car ride. 2, it's like kind of fun. You can't just like cue whatever. You got to cue a song that matches your letter. You get to like share your music taste, so you're not just listening to one person's music. It's like everyone. People get to know you a little bit more. You get to talk about the songs. So it was a great vibe. That was definitely a highlight. The car rides, the van rides, very fun. Highlight number 2, there was a lot of women physiology talks, which I appreciated a lot as a new researcher in the space of female health and like women's health. Favorite talk? What are all the talks that we went to? Circadian rhythm.
There was the Nobel Prize winner talk that we went to. Longevity talk. That was a pretty good one too.
That one was good.
And then after that, we went to Gabby's thing.
Oh,
Right.
that one was my favorite talk, which was all about, what is it called?
Cardiac something.
C. It was a C word. It was basically talking about like blood loss. It was like all research related to like blood loss and how when you lose a lot of blood, your vitals look normal because your body is like compensating for all this blood loss for a long time. And then as soon as you see those like decreases in vitals, it's pretty much like too late for the most part. You've already lost way too much blood, and so you're most likely going to die. And so it's like this whole line of research. It was an anesthesiology resident and then an exercise scientist from our lab, shout out. And they were looking at your vitals are like stable for a really long period of time capacity. So like you're at 100% normally, but then as you lose blood, like your capacity is like maybe 60 or 70 or 30 or 40. And so like where you are along in that line, your vitals might still be like consistent and constant that whole time, but if we can like measure where you are and like what percentage you're at on the spectrum, then that can help us understand like how much longer you have, how severe you're at, and like how can we help you recover to get back to 100%, because other like signs of life that we normally use might not be the most sensitive until it's too late.
So that was your only favorite talk.
That was my favorite. Like you have to pick one. My favorite talk was that one.
I just said your highlight reel.
Oh.
But
Well.
okay.
That's how I chose to interpret the question.
Okay. And then favorite meal potentially?
Loki, I was just hungry every single meal. So I feel like every meal was fire because I was just starving. The first day they had this whole like thing at the baseball stadium. Which baseball stadium?
What is it?
Orioles at like Camden Park or something.
There's like
Camden Yards.
a ton of food vendors.
Yeah.
So that our first night of dinner
That
was
was
like
good.
just walking around a bunch of different like eats. That was pretty good. Then we went to a mingling, the bar.
Oh, yes.
And then we went to ramen.
Mm.
Then we had fancy dinner.
Mm.
And then we had
It was Mexican and then fancy dinner and then
Mexican.
ramen and
The birthday burger was good. The fancy dinner was also good. The Mexican was also really good, honestly.
I think the Mexican was probably my favorite, but I guess we'll get there when I get there. What was your favorite talk, you know?
my highlight of the conference was just hanging out with the lab. Airbnb at night.
You played Code Names the first night too.
Oh yeah. Did not play code games with Ashanti. No, play. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll have a lot of fun. Favorite talk was definitely the Sleep Circadian Rhythm series, but specifically within that, the last speaker, just because of the way he spoke so clearly laid out the narrative, the story. One component that I really liked was the clock genes, the circadian rhythm genes in different organs, so like in the brain and the muscle. Another layer, another whole area that I have not touched on that I would have loved to for the thesis, but then that would be a whole line of research. Yeah, so that one was my favorite talk. Favorite food? I think the broiler, the fancy dinner place. Their grilled shrimp was really good. Crab cake was really good. I like the vibe, I think, which is just made it better.
My favorite talk? I mean, my favorite part of the whole entire thing, probably the walking. I enjoyed exploring the city of Baltimore, just like walking around, seeing the stuff, seeing the sights and sounds, especially on that main street that we walked on. I think I like that a lot. And of course, gotta utilize the glucose. My favorite talk, I think, will also have to be the circadian rhythm talk, just like last year. Shout out Panda. But a low light was I just got lit up by bed bugs all over my body. Probably 15 plus bites, I guess. Maybe more, according to Shanti.
Like
30.
30?
Yeah. Because, like, this cluster alone is probably, like, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you're pretty close. I thought it was 5. So probably 30 plus. Favorite meal? Like I said, probably the Mexican
And
spot.
Miss Shirley's. We forgot to say that.
Oh.
Shirley's. The breakfast spot.
We have 2 Food Network restaurants.
Their French toast was really good.
Really? I like your dish better, I think.
The egg Benedict.
Yeah.
The egg Benedict was also really good. They
What
had
about my
a
dish?
Yeah, I just had the grits or like the potatoes.
The biscuit was fire, though.
yeah.
This was pretty good.
It was very good.
The AD on site, so.
And there was a 5K going on at the same time.
Oh yeah. And then we had a bird, live bird,
Flying around.
Kyle tried to capture it. That was funny.
I also had to add that I went to a really good talk about endurance runners. You know how like there's that graph that's like the more exercise you do, like the health benefits, like risk of death like goes down. but they actually think that they think it might be more of a J shape, where like if you do too much, there might be some negative effects of exercise.
Oh.
So I was looking at this very select. Now, again, for the general public, these are ultra marathon runners who run like 50 to 100 miles. So not even marathon. I was looking at like kidney function, like all of these other things, because it's so much stress on your body. You know what was interesting also with the circadian rhythm talk is that those sleep genes are in our muscles.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that each cell in your body has its own clock, and that it's also controlled by the brain, but also within each organ.
I was gonna say, like, what we learned last year was the kidneys have a circadian clock, and that's why you don't go pee late at night all the time because it conserves the water. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say two contexts why this would be cool. One, Mr. Beast. Did you see that he did that video where he locked himself in the box? He locked himself in like a room like this, but like it was fully padded so he couldn't hear anything and he couldn't see any like outside things. And they delivered him food and water, but like they delivered it at random times. So he couldn't tell like what time of day it was. And I think he was trying to stay in there as long as possible. It's like truly like messed up his circadian rhythm, obviously. And it was just crazy to see like the psychological like impacts. Like he was going crazy in there. That was cool. Number two, astronauts. Like, wouldn't that be cool to see how their circadian rhythm?
Because they're going around
Because
the
they're,
Earth so many times.
but
So
they
like,
like they don't have the same light triggers and senses like that. But then, because their cells still have rhythm, that would be so cool too.
so what time do they work off of?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does their body like? Do they still work off of Earth's time? I'm assuming, yeah.
Well,
But they
what
don't
clock?
have
Because like,
those
there's like
cues.
Russian astronauts, right, or cosmonauts. Then you have the U.S. people. Then let's say like the Chinese government.
Well, I'm
So like,
thinking about NASA, so U.S.
oh.
But that's true.
But they all it's an international space station, so everyone should be there, right?
Oh.
I remember watching a talk like way back when saying that like going up to space disturbs your sleep because you're not used to all the blood being distributed equally amongst your body. So like your skin on like your brain, everything's more puffy and everything.
They also, because they haven't had a lot of female astronauts, they don't really understand how female physiology changes up there compared to male physiology. So there's an all-female space crew actually going
I saw that.
2026, I think, and they're wearing a lot of wearable devices when they go up. So like last year, a female wore like the glucose because apparently it affects your insulin being up in space and like your insulin sensitivity. So she wore like a glucose monitor for her whole space trip, so they could see how it was changing real time, which is crazy.
You are utilizing more glucose on Earth, like walking around your brain doing all this stuff, versus like up there, like you just pull yourself and fly. You know, so you'd be more intolerant in glucose, not sensitive. You're the opposite of sensitive, essentially.
But wouldn't you use more because your body is like stressed out though because of all the pressure changes? Like you would use less for motion, but I feel like you would use more like what you're talking about with the blood being imbalanced. Like I feel like all of your organs are going to be freaking out.
You could be
But
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I guess no one knows. So
Someone's gonna know, and not in the audience because it's just gonna be your mom and us.
they were also doing experiments last time they went up on different fluids in space, so they could give medications to astronauts because you can't like give injections and stuff like our normal stuff don't react the same in gravity. Like, if
I thought
someone
you
was-
didn't care about space.
I know I don't, but I was just well, because what was the context of this conversation?
We potentially have a candidate that may have life, another planet.
Yeah, see that's stupid to me. But this is within our sphere.
Mhm.
Like when we start getting out there, that's pointless. They just let me tell you how they discovered that with the telescope. Okay, they discovered life on another potential planet with this little telescope that like reflects light, and they were like, "Oop, there's a little blip. Ooh, life."
And we were trying to argue with her, saying it's important, you know, it's cool, you can do that, and she was like, "No, you can't." All right. Any more thoughts on APS as we wrap up?
Will you go next year?
Yeah, I'll probably go next year.
Oh yeah,
How would you go next year?
I'm a researcher. I will still be engaging in research. Please.
You think you can go next year?
I would like to go, but I don't know. We'll see. We will have another recap next year
They
if
had
this channel is still alive.
an AG1 poster. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
I did see that.
So you could have a little Whoop poster.
Or you could just go as not a participant.
Yeah.
You know.
I have an important life update as we reach the end of an era. I got a new job starting May as a research coordinator at Whoop.inc. I'll be an industry research. I'll be doing 9 to 5s. Won't be doing homeworks. It's a new lifestyle, a new chapter of life.
And because he works at Whoop, you can go to these things. Because Legault wears the freaking watch, man. He can fund a couple APS trips. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You could set up a little booth.
Oh, you could set up a booth. Highlight for me. Sleeping next to this guy right here. You know, when I got nice and cold, because the Airbnb was kind of cold. Snuggled up next to each other, you know. We just took turns. Sometimes I was Little Spoon, sometimes I was Big Spoon, you know. Just diversity. It was great. The greatest experience ever, you know. What was your experience like as a roommate?
It was good. We had some fun. I'll not disclose what kind of fun. We had some like silly baka moments. We all went to the rooms and then everyone got in bed. I think we on average probably slept an hour after everyone.
Or two.
Yeah. Because we just be in bed and like just yapping. Just yapping.
Just yapping. And we'd be like, yo, let's go to bed. Seriously, this time, seriously. And then I hit him with a
The crazy thing is he got bed bug bites, but I did not. So I don't know. I mean, like a man's juicy and all, but like,
that. I thought you were juicier. You know what I mean? But I guess it's subjective.
but when will we do it again? It was good. I mean, I was looking forward to that. That was my reason to go to APS.
To be my roommate. My roommate experience, man, he's just the cuddliest, most muscular guy you can sleep next to, you know? There's times where I try to like snuggle up next to him, he just like pushed me off the bed. It's probably where I got bit, honestly, on the floor, you know?
One night we had to put up a divider.
Because every single time, he's like, all right, this time we're going to go to bed. He's like, get off me. That's fun. And then Jacob would always walk by and be like, you guys are like still up? This is crazy. And then another highlight, be talking about silly bakas. Another highlight was like us being silly bakas in the car. We shocked one of the people that's not introduced in the vlog yet, but she was like, I hit the car next to us with one of these crazy bakas, and she just sat there in shock. Just like, because everyone here is used to it, right? And then another low light for me was everyone was in the car, and as we were riding, I was like, can we get some howls in the chat? Because I was trying to wolf out, talking about Sigmas and listening to Sigma Boy. But no one howled with me. Like, nobody. And I looked like a little dummy, That didn't feel very good. But I got Ashanti to say Subarashi. Play that clip.
We're waiting for the day Ashanti howls.
Can we get a howl for the chat here?
No.
Ashanti, hit it.
Subadashi.